Hello everyone, this is Dadbod Tactical Gamer coming to you with a video update of my team fight tactics progression so far. So first and foremost, disclaimer, my lighting, I can't figure it out, won't even reset again. I've just had a really tough time with it tonight. My chroma key settings with my green screen, you've got like blurring all going on with my headphones. I've given up. I'm just going to record a video. I haven't put it out in a few days. If anyone has any tips on green screens and setting the chroma key settings, leave me a comment. I would love any tips to try and improve this video quality. But really, I wanted to make sure I got a video out to you guys now. I'm going to be going on vacation. I'm not going to be able to upload anything for maybe about a week. And so rather than post nothing, I wanted to quickly talk about my progression so far in TFT. So what you're going to see here in this this graph right over here is my overall performance since July 9th. So as you guys can see, I created an account and started playing on July 9th. I've played auto battlers on other platforms. But this was my first time getting into the one for TFT. And as you can see, I started off and clearly didn't know what I was doing with TFT. Really just trying to understand the synergies and everything else. And then right there on July 9th, major spike. I started to figure out some team compositions, was getting a hang of their economy and their item systems. And from there, it's been a fairly decent progression from the 11th of July onward till about July 28th. Really just constant growth, slowly moving up tier after tier after tier, pretty consistent wins. I was quite happy with my performance. And then you'll notice when I got to gold, and almost exactly when I got to gold there on, what date's that, July 28th, I really hit a wall. You'll notice that my progression has just stalled out, and I have stayed basically at the same skill level from the 29th until today. Until recently last night, I actually broke through into gold 3. It's been a grind. I'm finally going up against other competitors that are using strategy that last night I was playing and all 4 of us were going for Astro snipers. And I didn't even draw a sniper. It was ridiculous. And that was the build I committed to way early on. Huge rookie mistake. I was able to get a Teemo who carried me to a third or fourth place, I believe. But it's been an interesting journey. And so I wanted to share with you guys, not from a master's level player, but from a brand new player's perspective, barely, actually not even 1 month of gameplay in, some of the things that I've learned. So, number 1, items are absolutely essential to your strategy. You've got to make decisions very early on about what items you're going to build, and your items are going to really control what team synergies you put together. So if I'm going to go Star Guardian, or if I'm going to go heavy snipers with an offensive damage carry, that's going to really determine what items I'm trying to farm for and what items I'm trying to pull out of the draft rounds that they run periodically. So really, for any new player, you got to understand how item combinations work. You really need to, I'll actually play with a separate screen open on my other monitor with all the different item combinations, so that as I get an item, I can quickly scan through and make those determining decisions of, what am I going to want to combine here? So a couple of my favorites, the Star Guardian build is fun. Blue buff, I have to say, blue buff goes with just about any build that I do, and you'll find in a lot of my games, and as I start posting videos of my gameplay, the blue buff is really one of the first items I go for every time. If I can get a tier right off as my first item in the game, I'm quickly trying to get that second tier, and boom, I've got my blue buff. It's going to work for Teemo, it's going to work for Star Guardians. Pretty much any build I go down, I'm going to be very, very happy with that item no matter what comp I put it in. Also, Guardian Angels. That's where you get that BF sword and the suit of armor. Another item that I really never regretted ever having for any team comp. So those are two things that as a newer player, I find if you build those items early, you're not going to run into any mistakes. So Frozen Heart, tier and armor as well. Another great item to put on your frontline defense. And those are a couple of things that have really done well. And then you're going to learn throughout the rest of the game that, if you can get an early Bloodthirster and then you pull a Shaco, man, you get Guardian Angel and Bloodthirster onto a Shaco, and those two items alone can carry you through most of the mid game. So that's my number one tip for new players. Second is understand you can't stay committed to what you started building at the beginning of the game. Early game is all about making that decision if you're going to go for economy or if you're going to try high rolling. High rolling is where you basically don't level up, save up your gold, and then buy as many 1-star characters as you can and try and get as many 3-rank stars as possible. Versus saving for the economy is leveling up at a reasonable rate, hoping to get some good drops as you go, but really trying to get to that max economy of 50 gold. And those compositions, you're really going to play what the draft gives you. As the shop randomizes fighters, the best 2-star fighters you can put together, you're going to want to do that. And many of my games, and as I've really started to get better, I found I might have, 3 Vanguards, and then by the end of the game, I don't even have a single Vanguard left on the board. I've swapped them all out for what I want my end game composition to be. So don't be afraid to sell off characters, even ones that you've gotten to the second tier. It really comes down to build the best board you can in the early game with what the game's giving you. Use the mid game to figure out who your main carry is going to be and really focus on that carry getting to the items he needs, the items that are going to make them really stack up that damage. And then once you've built that core individual to carry your team, now you're going to want to start flushing out the total synergies in the team concepts by end game. That's at least the strategy that I've taken into this. And then last but not least, luck of the draw. There is obviously a little bit of RNG, but for anyone that tries to say that it's an RNG-based game or tries to say that, oh, I won because of luck or I lost because of luck, I just don't buy it. At the end of the day, tactics, strategy, a game plan, understanding how to adapt to the board, reading your opponents, knowing what they're building, knowing how many other characters have been pulled out of the pool, those are things that are going to mitigate any RNG. And sure, could any one game be lost just from some really bad luck? Absolutely. However, that being said, the players that progress onto the higher ranks, they only do it because of a set strategy. And that's what I love so much about Teamfight Tactics is, as a father of 3 kids, I don't have time to stream and play the game 8 hours a day. I really don't. As you can see here, I've got 64 matches played in a month. That's not even 2 matches a day, and that's not a huge time commitment. I've got busy work life, busy family. I just don't have time to play all the time. Yet, what I love about Teamfight Tactics is it engages, the analytical side of my mind. I get to really think through strategies, constantly adapt, and I don't have to just work on, fast mouse dexterity and the fastest internet connection to get the lowest lag to, take everyone out. This really is a game of mental clarity and your mindset, and it goes a long way if you go into it with a game plan. So this is a short video I wanted to put out before I go on vacation with my family. I wanted you guys to see my progression in TFT. I really hope to grow in this game and with this channel with you guys so you can see me, maybe make it to Masters. That's going to be my goal anyway. And please leave me comments with tips. If you see me make mistakes, I want to know. This is all about growing better, growing the community, and if I can be of an inspiration or help to any new player, awesome. So thank you very much, everyone. Hope you have yourself a great night, and keep an eye out for a lot of future videos and content. I'm going to post matches. I'm going to post item reviews. I'm going to post my thoughts behind some different team strategies, and I look forward to growing with you together.